This is the Veteran Woman Podcast, the only podcast dedicated to empowering, inspiring, and encouraging veteran women to overcome their struggles and celebrate their successes. Now, here's your host, the one and only Ariel Renal.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Veteran Woman Podcast. I am your host, Ariel Renal, and here today I am excited to have Cedric Bellamy, aka Legacy City. How are you today?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good, Queen. How you doing today?
Yeah, please don't call me ma'am. We've talked about that before. I know you were raised right and everything, and it's about manners, but yeah, not ma'am.
Okay, Queen, I got you. No more ma'ams.
So would you prefer that I call you Legacy or Cedric?
It's going to be private or public? I'm just messing with you.
It doesn't. Whatever you want.
No, I'm just joking.
Oh, goodness.
It don't matter. Either or.
Okay, I'm going to call you Cedric.
Okay, so it's personal then. All right, let's go.
So was that a test? So were you testing me to see what I was going to say? Okay, gotcha. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm just an everyday man that chases my dream and been accomplishing. You know what I mean? On the way, I made mistakes, learn from my mistakes, and the biggest thing is helping everybody else build a platform in the midst of getting blessed while doing it. So that's in a nutshell is what I'm doing and my goal and where I'm headed in life and being father of the century.
So are you really just like watering down all your accomplishments and the things that you have going on? Am I going to need to formally read your bio?
Nah, you don't got to formally read my bio. It ain't that important. Nah, I'm not formally watering down. I don't think I'm watering down. I'm just, I understand that that helping other people and being humble, you actually get more by giving. So although I know this is an interview about Cedric, you know what I'm saying, I understand that. I understand more or less how I got there. You know what I mean? So I want to just make sure that it's understood that I'm here by, giving, learning, and accomplishing all in one time. You know what I mean? That's all.
Okay. So while I'm putting up your bio, because I know, you got a lot more going on than what you're putting out there. So Legacy City, Cedric, whatever persona you want to use on this interview.
Here we go.
Okay, well, first of all, you are a veteran.
Yes.
So tell us, when did you serve? How long? Your experiences, your MOS, that good stuff.
It's 11 bang bang. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who know those bad boys, 11 Bravo. You know what I'm saying? Then I became a scout as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Doing all that exciting stuff because I didn't want to push papers. I wanted to live. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Don't clown on the ones that push papers, because the ones that push papers, air quotes, those are the ones who made sure your money was straight, your leave was straight, your orders were straight.
Sometimes they did.
Okay.
Sometimes they did.
You're going to lose some friends.
It's okay. When you're honest, you always lose friends. It's cool.
He is really clowning, y'all.
No, overall though, my military experience was good. It had its good days, it had its up days. We call it sometimes in that world we call it the suck fest. You know what I mean? You just had them days where you just like, hey, we all know it sucks. Get it done. So that's a difference that I see in the civilian world than I do in the military. Civilian. No disrespect, but in military speaking, you know what I'm saying? If it's a suck fest, they can quit and keep going. In the military, you can't. You don't have no option.
Yeah, you gotta adapt and overcome. You gotta just do it.
You know what I'm saying? It almost to the point where you don't have no choice but to. You know what I'm saying? Like you really don't have no choice but to, or it's just a world of trouble here. In the civilian world, you really don't have that. You can just quit and go find something else to do. You know what I mean? So, and then on the flip side, though, in the facility, you don't got to wake up at 5:45 and do half of your day job before 9 o'clock. So that's a good thing. So, overall, man, I love my military experience. It taught me how to be a leader, how to take control and control the situation. And the biggest thing, I learned how to humble myself so that way I'll be able to bring other soldiers home back to their family. You know what I'm saying? It's taught me that it was not all about me. And believe it or not, you hear people preach about that stuff all the time through churches and stuff, but I actually really learned that through just life experience itself. So being humble enough where I know like any move or any mistakes or trying to be a hero instead of doing your job will cost somebody else their life. So you got to be humble enough and play your position. And so I carried that with me with everything that I do, you know what I mean? So find the strongest point in people, find the weakest point in people, and put them in their right positions, and make the whole team look good, you know what I mean? Yeah, so overall, there's a lot going on with my success as of right now.
And you're still not talking about your success. Okay, let me read some clips.
That's the topic of discussion, my success.
Okay, I see how this is gonna go. So, all right, you were born and raised in Columbus, Georgia, so a Southern boy.
Yeah.
Currently living in the great state of Texas. That's my home.
Okay.
Let's see. And you're with your daughter. Congratulations, and wow, well done for being a father to your daughter. At the young age of 6, you discovered that you had a way with words. And by the time you hit 3rd grade, your talents began to cultivate. At the age of 13, he started battle rapping for fun, unknowing that he would soon start writing hits. Currently signed with independent record label Street Legion LLC, Legacy has 3 officially released albums and hundreds of songs in his repertoire. Legacy continues to wow his fans with his music, which is unlike any current artist of today. And of course, you'll get to hear a little clip of his music, some of his music as well. So tell us about the Legacy persona, being Legacy City.
Being Legacy City, man, actually, your boy Will Flux kept calling me Legacy City, although my name was Legacy then. The rest of the city is stuck. So the name was actually Legacy. So after everybody kept calling me Legacy City, I just stuck with the name Legacy City. And plus, it's easy to find, too, because a bunch of Legacy got there, but only one Legacy City. So the Legacy persona came from, I had a group called Immortal Legacy. It's just a fancy way of saying, what will people remember about you when you die? Will your legacy be immortalized when you die? You know what I'm saying? What did you do to impact everybody else on your way? That's what life is all about, man, is impacting everybody. So the name Legacy is just like anybody that come in action with me, I want to leave an impact. I want to leave something to inspire, to build, to motivate, you know what I mean, to enhance a person's ability. So the legacy, I mean, I want you to see my DNA in everything that I touch. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know, it's not just music, man. I'm talking about like people that want to do just business. And I know there's a lot of rappers and stuff out there, but that's the easy part. You don't know how to brand yourself, make residuals off your name, become your own entity. So my thing is, I will never get nobody a pen to write my story. So it's my legacy. So that's why that name is important to me, and I make sure I live by it as well, because I know my motto, the movement is deeper than the music, you know what I mean?
Wow, love it, love it. So tell us about, I know you're also active in the community. What are some of the projects that you're currently working on?
Right now, I'm preparing for the Put Away Cancer event that should be coming up this year. Shouts out to Marissa. She's the founder of that, and just really being part of that. That took place because, you know, I have people around me that cancer survivor. And last year, I lost my best friend like a couple of days before the actual event for the Put Away Cancer, Raven Wyatt. I got that going on, and right now with the new method, Marcus McIntyre, Pastor McIntyre, I'll be one of the featured artists on a citywide concert for the community to save the community center for the community. So that's one thing we have going on. And then just on a daily basis, man, we have different seminars where Melanie's mom, Tiffany Bellamy, just did a seminar where she was the first person to do a Black History program at a software preparatory school. So That's some of the events stuff. So she made history with that. You know, just being supportive and doing those different things to let people know who we are or where we are, where we came from. You know, we can't build a future if we don't know where we come from or who we are and what the potential of us as a people. So definitely teaching those different things. And of course, I'm big into suicide prevention, people that deal with depression, different things. And it's just talking to people and let them know that, hey, You ain't the only one that been through it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about preserving life. I have a passion for life and a passion for people.
So you said that you are an advocate for suicide prevention and for depression. Do you have a personal story about that?
I can talk about myself. Let me just talk about me. I was in a situation where for a while I was just real depressed and I was suicidal. You know what I mean? Just me in general. So those are things that I've been through, just me personally. So I relate to these different type of things when it comes to suicide and depression because even though I was on top of the world, I was still incomplete and empty. So I can just talk about that for me personally. And I have friends that, you know what I'm saying, that listen to my music now and they be like, wow, I've been there. You understand what this does to me or whatever. So with that being said, it's not just something that I'm like, oh, I want to be a part of or oh, that's something it'll make me look good. It's something that a personal experience. I mean, my latest album was Reason to Live. You know, that came from a suicidal thing. You know, my daughter gave me a reason to live. I was sitting in my truck and about to blow my brains out, and I get a phone call from her mom saying, "Hey, you need to come and watch Melanie for me." You know, me and her mom was not together, but we coexist, and we pretty good friends as well. So, but when that happened, then I got in the house, Melanie, you know, her little 3 or 4 words, "Daddy, Daddy," and reach, and I was like, "Hey, reason to live." So, you know what I'm saying? So that alone. Because transitioning out of the military into the civilian world was kind of hard doing because you go from being a man to being at the bottom, then slowly but surely you see them coming back up just internally. And I realized it ain't that bad as I was looking because I had tunnel vision. So I've been there. I've been there.
So what has helped you to dig out of that hole? What has helped you to cope?
My daughter has helped me a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know people say, you know, suicide and stuff is selfish. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is to a certain extent. Why I say certain extent? Because if you don't know that situation or that feeling, I personally think you should keep your comment because different things will set it off, can set that off. You know what I'm saying? So for me, my daughter has been my main course, what I've been holding on to, because I feel like regardless, my life is sacrificial. In the military branch, the part of the military I've been in, I can go numb if I choose to, because that's how they taught us. You know what I'm saying? You can't have feelings in this. You can't have feelings in that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a human side to every war as well. So being that, you know, I have a daughter that I love dearly, that I want to be successful, that I want to show her that she can be anything that she want to be. You know, my daughter was premature. She was born at 23 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like God was punishing me for all my transgressions when it comes to my daughter. Within that alone, that triggered depression stages. You know what I'm saying? It was almost afraid to celebrate happiness. It was almost had me afraid to celebrate joy because when I do, it's like my daughter get attacked and she was defenseless. So it made my prayer life stronger. It made me, as a man, become stronger, and it really made me rely on God more as a man. It humbled me. It definitely humbled me. Because, you know what I'm saying, the legacy you're talking to now probably wasn't the legacy you'll be talking to like a year ago, a year and a half ago, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew without a doubt, you know, kept the same stature, always got a passion for people. But I knew I was that guy. And being that guy, you know what I'm saying, sometimes it ain't worth it, you know what I mean? So I just had to really humble myself and make sure that nobody around me is infected in a dimensional format with my moves, with the stuff I say, with the way I walk in life, you know what I mean? Became more responsible and accountable for my actions.
So how old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay, so young, but you have lived life. That's what I always say.
Yeah, I definitely have.
Because some people would say like, okay, you sound like an old man with, you know, the troubles and everything. But I always like to say old soul. So
yeah, understand. Definitely. That's life, man. That's just life. When you grow up, when you force yourself to grow up fast, or you put in situations like, I mean, I went to war as a kid. You know what I mean? Pretty much. You know, I spent my whole 20 decades at war, birthdays at war, in the military, in the field. So I didn't get the chance to kick back like the normal. If you know how the life goes, certain things you can't do. that normal people do or whatever. But in the mixed up, I mean, I got in some troubles too. Nothing to get me kicked out or anything of that nature, but being a kid, just belonging to Uncle Sam or whatever. Then, like I said, I always had home training. My mom knew I wasn't a bad kid. My mom didn't. They didn't play that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I was in church being mischievous. So I mean, just because you're in church doesn't mean you can't find a way to sin. So I say, I'll find a way to get in trouble. So whatever, I was out there. I was out there. I'm just being honest. I'm not in the front like I was holier than thou or that I got it all together. I still was getting in trouble.
So you had mentioned that your transition was a little tough. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, man. Cause I thought I was just gonna get out and walk into a job and do this. I'm gonna have the freedom to do this and do that. But you know what I'm saying? If it was just me, I feel like it wouldn't have been that tough. But like I said, my daughter, man, I don't want to fail as a father. That's my biggest fear is failing as a father, especially being a black man in America with the stereotype. You never see nothing good really on TV about black men doing good. I don't care who you look at. You look at Fox 54, the Tyler Perry movies. The black man got something going on or this or that. He may make one or two, but the negative outweigh the positive when it comes to black men taking care of their families or taking care of their child. You know what I'm saying? So even with Melanie's mom, even with Tiffany, I probably felt terribly as a husband because just not knowing or being taught how to communicate, be emotionally attached. But one thing she can tell you, like, he's a great father. He's an immaculate father, like, and that's all that matters to me at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I lacked that. I had male figures around, but you know what I'm saying? They didn't really know how to communicate or talk and whatnot. So, so being a father and that was the really hard transition part for me. Just want to be successful as a father, man. I wanted the best 6-figure job. I wanted, the blue collar this and that.
Of course.
I wanted all that good stuff. So that way, at the end of the day, Melanie is taken care of. You know what I mean? But that was the hard part, man, trying to adjust. Like, even writing a resume, like, I struggled. Like, what's called ACAP? ACAP was a week wasn't long enough to teach me how to write it. That's so stupid. They need to do better than that. They need to give you 3 months out, 90 days, and they need 90 days in ACAP for real. Like, a week is not long enough to write a resume. Tomorrow, your keyword. Man, like, get out of here. Yo, my resume was butchered. So I had people, my resume went through so many surgeries, but thank God that I had people around me that were resume kings and queens. So, you know what I'm saying? I felt behind. I felt lost. It almost made me feel stupid when I got back into the real world. I was like, oh, the Army did do everything for me. They handicapped me, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I went to school, got degrees, but I didn't have to use them because I had a job. I just got the degree, so when I get out, it look good on my resume. You know what I'm saying?
That got butchered.
What? Yo, tell you something. That was crazy, but at the end it was a wake up call. It was like all them awards and all them admissions and your ERB and ORBs and stuff, all that stuff. Don't mean nothing in the real world. They were trying to get you to convert it over to make sense. You be using acronyms on your stuff. They be like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
So then the VA trying to get jobs with USA Job and VA and stuff. That stuff is almost impossible. You be like, what? So you can't be healthy and trying to get a job because me and somebody else can have the same credentials, right? And just because they got a handicap on them, they outrank me in the job world. Like, so I got to be injured to get a job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know how it go. Anybody in the military world, you be like, wow, I lost to somebody that got a 30%. He can't even walk up and down these floors. He don't got no legs. You need me for this job. But since, you know what I'm saying, she like, cut it out.
Well, I am a disabled vet, so.
Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. We all disabled in our own way. Some people say it's mental. Some people say it's physical. But the transition is not as easy. What I'm getting to saying is they don't teach you that in ACAP.
Right.
You know, and so what I'm saying is, so these different things I wasn't prepared for. You know what I'm saying? the job setups and this, and they may give you the borderline, but don't give you the fine print. Like, understand also, you need to probably get out and take care of yourself and get your benefits because that helps you get a job.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
It's like you said, I don't think it was long enough because they touch on things, but it's like so speedy, so fast. And it's like, okay, here, this is this, this is this, this is this. And then you get out and you're like, what in the world? You're overwhelmed because you got so much crammed at one time. Exactly. And then, I mean, everything else going on, the emotions going on for me is emotional toll. I was like, really? Like you said, feeling like you're so high because of awards and rank and achievements and everything. Yeah. Then you get in the civilian world and it's like, I'm nobody.
You know how you at the airport, you got your uniform on, they be like, yo, come on up here. Then you go to the airport now, you're going to stand in line like, man, you know what? So, yeah, like your social security number don't mean anything anymore. You're like, yo, get out of here. You gotta go to the back. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was just those different things I had to get used to. But, you know, being a man, I had to survive. You know what I'm saying? Just had to survive. And depression kicked in because it's like, why is it so hard for me to find my place in the real world, I guess I say real world. You have to be in the military to understand what we mean. It's its own world. You don't literally have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Everything is pretty much out there for you. So here it's not like you can go down to the hospital and your medical records are ready for you. It's like, hey, I need this, I need that. It's not the same.
I remember my grandmother asked me to help her with her insurance or something. I said, Granny, I don't know nothing about this. I'm sick. I just go to the to the clinic.
So it's not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you better have some insurance at the end of the year. You know, like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? I never had to worry about insurance. I never had to worry about a resume or et cetera, et cetera. It's like, bruh, you talk to somebody that's been in the world for the long, they look at you like, yo, you stupid.
Yeah.
Like, how you not know how to do this? Like, you'll be surprised.
But the things that you do know how to do, like survival skills, and we learn so much in the military. We do learn leadership and resilience and all that stuff. And I think the biggest thing is figuring out how to translate that into civilian world and realizing what we actually do.
Yeah, definitely. Because, you know, in the military, you learn so many trades that you don't get paperwork for. You don't get the certificate for. You don't get, I mean, if we get a certificate for everything that we learn, a lot of these college students be jobless. Because we experience with the certificate. It'll be a lot of people hurting.
I agree. Because like when civilians ask me, like, what can you do? I'm like, well, what do you need? Because if I start telling you what I can do, what I have experience in, you're going to be like, really? How do you go from this end to this end? The military. Because you have your main job and then you have like a million special duties and hey yous and all of this. So
like, let's give an example. Let's take a counselor for a minute. We'll go from being an E5, E6 as a our infantry sniper. And next thing you know, you're giving classes on resiliency. You're getting trained for, you know, depression. You get trained for what's called SHARP. So these are jobs that a council go to school for 4 or 5 years, and we get it in a month or so.
4 or 5 weeks, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you get certificates and stuff for this, and we'll come out with those awards and certificates translated over and take those type of jobs. So it's just a small thing. What I mean is, like, so you'll go through, I mean, think about the IT people that do programs. You know, all you got to do is just do military intelligence go through basic training. Go one deployment, you didn't got advanced to everybody else who just spent $100,000 in it for school. So those different type of things, like I said, we had the same amount of paperwork to show that we're certified for a lot of things. It'll work either way. Either you'll be overqualified or you just won't be qualified at all.
Oh, that's true too. Because that's another side of the coin. The catch-22 is being overqualified.
And it's sad, right? You got people that got PhDs and they janitors at high school. How that works, you know? But that goes to that entrepreneurship. I didn't want to live like that. So it's like, all right, obviously the military they overqualified me, underqualified me, and obviously I'm not disabled enough to get the job. And that's not a knock on disabled veterans, but I do believe that You know what I'm saying? If you are able to move around and maneuver, there are people worse off than you. Don't Yes, you deserve your just due, but don't just soak the system. So I'm gonna go get up. I'm gonna go get my stuff. I'm gonna take my brand, and we'll make it happen. And that's what we've been doing for the last year and a half. And in due time, when God see fit for me to get everything that I'm owed, I'll get that. But until time being, let's build this brand and bless people on the way.
So pretty much entrepreneurship for you was kind of part coping, part saying, okay, this ain't working, so I'm gonna make my own.
Yeah, pretty much. I had street religion in when I was stationed in El Paso, Texas. I went to a small business program then as well as school to understand it, how to get it done. But being in the military, you ultrasound first, and then your dreams is on the back burner. But in the mix of it, though, I still studied, I still did shows, I still did everything properly, volunteered, everything. So when I do decide to make that transition, I have the right keys. You know what I'm saying? And when you have a child as well, that played a role. It was just like, I don't want to chase my dream, and my daughter's starving type of deal. But in the same, man, God was like, hey, man, if you're going to do it, do it. You got out, you here. You can either blow your brains out or go get your dreams. Or either way, you got to do something because your daughter still needs.
Wow.
You have to do something. Regardless of what, your daughter still needs. She's 2 years old. She don't understand suicide. She's 2 years old. She don't understand success. So what it means is whether you become the legacy, you still daddy to her. If you become suicidal depression legacy, you still daddy to her.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, you got to do something. So either you're gonna make the best out of it or make the worst out of it. So I had to start feeling sorry for myself and really just go for it. And I didn't have the support like no other. You know what I mean? So everybody else be celebrating. There's a legacy, yeah. She be looking like you don't care. Fast fire them all. She don't care. She just like, you better pick me up or change me. You know
and feed me.
Yeah, she don't care about nothing else. She don't care how important you is to the world. You know what I'm saying? So you're nobody to her. So it's like, all right. So you know.
Thank you so much for sharing. I know sometimes it's hard for people to share, but I appreciate you sharing it. Is there any like one piece of advice, if you could only give one piece of advice or share one quote, what would it be?
A glass half empty is better than a glass that's completely broken. It depends how you look at it. Most people want a full glass, but if your glass half empty, it's still something in there and there's still room to grow. A glass that completely broken cannot hold anything at all. So you got to change your perspective on things. You have to change your perspective. You have to set your mind to it. Like, well, I could be a completely broken glass. I could be a cracked glass. I'm half full. That means I got some time to fill it up to the brim and overflood it. So that's what that means. You know what I mean? I'm not a broken glass. I'm half full. I'm not there yet, but I'll get there. And it won't happen overnight. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that God will make it happen. I say that because people say faith without works is dead. Or some people have so much faith they don't put no work in, and you still don't go nowhere. So what I'm saying is you can have all the faith that you want to. You can call Jesus' name 100 times. Whoever God you believe in. I just say Jesus because I'm a firm believer in Christianity. But you can believe whoever you wanted to. If you don't have the work ethic, your faith is just a dream. Your faith is just a blueprint without no work. Try to see these buildings, they started on the map. If they didn't have the workers, there'd still be map buildings. So regardless of how religious you are, how deep you want to be, keep believing that faith gonna put gas in your car and you don't stop by a gas station and put $5 in there. You're gonna be walking. Faith without works is dead. You can't be ignorant. You know what I mean? You can't have anointed ignorance. There's no such thing. That's oxymoron.
Wow.
So you have to put the work in. You know, this life don't come with a manual. But if you set your mind to it, your outlook to it, and put the work behind it, it shall happen in due time. In due time, it will. So
how do people connect with you? With either Cedric or Legacy City or whoever?
Maybe because I'm an everyday man. Like, even with my music, I don't make music for the ballers, the the people with the I make everyday music. It's just whatever's on my mind at that time, I put it out. It's like everyday stuff. Relationships is every day. Depression is every day. I got a song called Check Cash Money. It's not a song about clubs. It's not a song about balling. It's a song about, hey, I'm worth something. You should pay me for my service because, you know what I'm saying? You'll pay everybody else for a service that I do, but look over me and tell me to do it for the Lord or do it for the ministry or do it for GP. But I still got bills to pay. I still got a daughter that needs food and Pampers. So,
wow, that's deep.
That's everyday stuff, though. And everybody's scared to speak on it.
True.
It's like,
true.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but I mean, it's not about my name or my stature or my resume. I got a daughter. So check, cash, money, run it. If it's not about the paper, what you talking to me for? And it tells you I'm all out of favors. Forgive my behavior. Even church people try to hide behind the Savior, which means don't try to spiritually manipulate me and saying it's ministry. It's ministry. No, I get it. But you can't get Benny Hinn even come and speak at your church without $15,000 up front or anything else. So it's just like I make everyday music, and people in church, they hear it, they feel that way. They just be like, no. I'm like, you say what you want to say. If I got to drive from here to Tampa, Texas to do a show at a church, I want to be compensated. At least give me this or that so I can take care of home. This could be my only way of survival. You know what I'm saying? Or at least buy 10 of my CDs. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to give it like this, just support whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or they're just not, let's just get away from church. Or let's just get away from church. Let's just say anything. Like if you're a business consultant, you know what I'm saying? You got the right proper tools. You'll go pay a business consultant $5,000 in the minimum. The minimum. How you know? Business management, I know. So somebody helping you along the way, at least show services to something because of the fact that that's their personal livelihood. That's all that's saying. That's how people relate to me because I hit situations head on. I talk about it and I'm transparent.
Flaunt. The Gift Records.
Hold up, wait, check, cash, money, right. If it's not about the paper, what you talking to me for? What you talking to me for? Talking to me for? Hold up, wait, check, cash, money, run it. If it's not about the paper, what you talking to me for? What you talking to me for? Talking to me for? I'm all out of favor, forgive my behavior. Even church people try to hide behind the Savior. Money is the motivation when you face the situation. Work, hustle, grind. Full eclipse can't stop my shine. I'm tired of being friendly. People trying to end me, friends trying to envy. Hold up, wait, yeah. Gut them up like surgery. Keep it throwing up, homie, like a perjury. Certainly, they start to see. Gradually, you see why they mad at me. It's like the cash rule everything around me. Jay-Z and 9-3. A matter of fact, keep it hot like a 3rd degree. Can I get a what? Can I get a who? Care less about the boy when I get out. Hold up, wait. Check, cash, money, right. If it's not about the paper, what you talking to me for? What you talking to me for? Talking to me for? Hold up, wait. Check, cash, money, run it. If it's not about the paper, what you talking to me for? What you talking to me for? Talking to me for? Hold up, wait. Check, cash, money, right. If it's not about the paper, what you talking to me for? What you talking to me for? Talking to me for? Hold up, wait. Check, cash, money, run it. If it's not about the paper, what you talking to me for? What you talking to me for? Talking to me for? If a man don't work, then a man don't eat. Life is keeping me stressed, and that's the reason I don't sleep. My heart stop, yeah, keep your prop. Don't mourn me. Remember, we've been making do it for a night, but joy comes in the morning. One time, joy comes in the morning. I'm a Christian, but I'm a human first. I was born in sin, that's not a reason to sin. One strike, it's the color of my skin. I try my hardest not to break a bend. When you hear songs like Check cash money run it, doesn't mean I got money and I wanna flaunt it every month. My rent's due and my daughter growing, so these seeds that I'm sowing mixed with the water I'm pouring, her future shall be soaring. Church people stop being my enemy when your ministry is a cash crop industry. You're too saved, religious slave, a lack of relationship with Christ, that's a fleshly grave. What about the third verse that exposed the heart and the soul of the home of the brave? And what about them cats that killed their doctor cause he had the cure for AIDS and they wanna make your daughter a video dancer? Wild legacy trying to put away cancer. And these the kind of question that AI can't answer. If a man don't work, then a man don't eat. Life is keeping me stressed, and that's the reason I don't sleep. My heart stop. Yeah, keep your prop. Don't mourn me. Remember, we've been making do it for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Joy comes in the morning.
I'm just transparent, man. Even when it came to my divorce and stuff with Tiffany, I was probably just inexperienced. I made a lot of mistakes, and once I realized it, it was too late. And I'm able to say those things. I ain't gonna say with pride, but I'm able to man up and I'm not proud of those things, but I'm able to relate to that. And I'm able to say that because you got to be an example for people to relate to you. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
So true.
So you gotta put yourself in those situations. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't make baller music. I feel like I'm the closest thing to Tupac this generation. Almost.
So how can we find you on Instagram, Facebook, website, all that good stuff?
Okay, my website is streetlegend.com. You know, it's not Legion, it's Street Legend, Ligion. It's like religion, but without the re. So it's streetlegend.com. My Instagram, I have two. I have legacy_city_03. Then I have Street Legend _LLC on Instagram. That's my artist page, and I have my single page. Everything else I made it simple. You go to YouTube, type in Cedric Bellamy, I'll pop up. You go to SoundCloud, type in Cedric Bellamy, I'll pop up. And all my music is on every digital platform. I can't even name them all, from iTunes to the Jay-Z title, from Xbox One to PS4. So just type in the album, Reason to Live, No Filter, Unfamiliar Cities, Legacy City, of course. And they'll all pop up. It's just a list of everywhere. They're worldwide.
Well, thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
Thank you.
I know you're so big.
No, I'm nowhere near big.
You are doing the thing. Don't downplay yourself.
God be the glory, man. God be the glory. So I think that that you recognize the movement and stuff. So and you know I'm big on. I had a MC. A host said that I'm a feminist because I'm big on empowerment of females. I am big on empowerment of females, man. The song "Made to Fly."
Yes, love it.
Of course, because the TV makes, no shots being taken, but you got thin lips and bright skin and stuff of that nature. This is the category, but I'm gonna say this to Black women in particular. You understand the thick lips, the hips, the booty, the breasts. It's other coaches that paying thousands and thousands of dollars to get what you got. Don't downplay yourself. Don't act worthless. What I mean by that is, like I said, they paying to get your lips. They getting all kind of shots in their lips to get your full lips, and they getting all kind of suctions and stuff to get your type of body frame. Even with the natural hair, you see, I'm nappy head trying to be natural, right? So they got people trying to emulate what we do. Once again, that goes to knowing who we are as a people. If you go outside of the country, you'll see the world trying to be us. You'll see it. You'll see the world trying to be us. You know what I'm saying? So I mean by saying that is that don't let the TV and the magazines fool you, because they're trying their best to do what we do. They're trying their best to do what they're trying to do, everything they can to have what you have, especially with the lips. You like, yo, you stuck what in your mouth for what? So they're trying to be you. Don't ever let nobody undermine you as a person and know your worth. You know what I'm saying? And I really mean that, because I look at my little daughter, her lips full already. I'm like, let me let you know how beautiful you are now. So you hear from daddy, you hear from mommy. So you don't have to worry about growing up trying to be a Kim Kardashian or any other culture. You're a queen. You're off top. Right now you're a little princess, but you'll grow to be a queen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm big on that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm cheesing because I know instead of calling me ma'am, he calls me queen. So and just something that simple. It reminds me, you know what? I am beautiful. I am powerful. I do know my value. I am valuable. So, and sometimes we just need those little reminders. So I appreciate you letting your daughter know she's beautiful now, because that definitely makes a difference when she gets older. That will stick in her head.
Yeah, of course. I hope so, because right now she just look at me with a pacifier in her mouth. She'll get it. She'll get it in due time. She'll get it in due time. For sure.
Well, again, thank you so, so much.
Yes, ma'am. So thank you for having me on.
There comes a time when you gotta love yourself. Even if loving yourself means letting go. Girl, I know he broke your heart. He took advantage of you, misused and abused you. Used his hands to harm instead of love you. Now you feel like a fool, forever letting him in your world. Oh, you're beautiful, and you have so much to give. Don't let his mistakes stop you from giving real love. Put the past behind you, put the past behind you, so you can have a real love. 'Cause you deserve the best. You were strong, you were wise, you were beautiful, you were kind. Yes, you were amazing. That's why you made it. Time for you to spread your wings and live your life.
Yeah. Hey.
That's why you are made to fly.
I'm not your past, relax. Living the essence, afraid of your presence. Building the future was crucial. And I would never use my hands to harm you, only my arms to protect and warn you from the cold weather. I feel no truer, two can do it better. What kind of love leave your face with scars? Eyes swollen, happiness stolen. I won't finish until your brokenness completely diminished and your love replenished my heart. I wanna share your pain, I wanna bear. It's not about sex, my love, I truly care. Wait, before you speak, being meek, that what makes you so unique. You an angel with broken wings, it doesn't mean you're not heavenly. God me from the ungodly, as I got weed to a better tomorrow. Do away with the sorrow. It's okay to live before you die, spread your wings and fly.
Girl, I know he broke your heart. He took advantage of you, misused and abused you. Used his hands to harm instead of love you. Now you feel like a fool, forever letting him in your world. Oh, you're beautiful, and you have so much to give. Don't let his mistakes stop you from giving real love. Past behind you, put the past behind you, so you can have a real love. 'Cause you deserve the best. You were strong, you were wise, you were beautiful, you were kind. Yes, you were amazing. That's why you made it. Time for you to spread your wings and live your life. That's why you are made to fly.
You've been listening to the Veteran Woman Podcast. If you want to connect with Ariel and let her know what you thought of today's show, be sure to head over to www.theveteranwoman.com and follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter @The Veteran Woman.